Hi guys, it's Rebecca and Fit Body Bootcamp Redlands and Fit Body Bootcamp Calamasa. This video is really for our members because next week we're getting ready to do a new fitness assessment test. So I thought I'd make it a little bit easier on you and a little bit easier on our trainers if I explain some of it ahead of time. Now, as you know, we just got back, or a couple of us just got back from the TT certification, Turbulence Training Certification, and Desiree, Brandon, and myself now got that additional certification. What I'm really excited about is, first of all, our program is not changing. I've actually known Craig Ballantyne, the creator of Turbulence Training, for years, and our philosophies are based on the same research. They're very similar. But what I really am excited about is that Craig has developed his mission over the years, so now he has a mission to reach out to 10 million people. And his list of accolades is very long. He's involved in many things. And this 10 million of people for this aspect of his business is absolutely going to happen. And the way he's doing that is by certifying other trainers to kind of carry out his mission. So now across the world, we are all working together. And you get to be a part of that too, because as you influence those around you, you're helping us reach that goal of helping 10 million people become healthy and fit. That's pretty amazing. One thing that I am really excited about that I did take away from there is just the latest adaptations on, not new research, but some very solid research that's been done on injury prevention and how to better integrate that into our program. So I'm going to talk to you about the new fit assessment, and I'm also going to talk to you about some modifications we're going to make just in terms of the couple exercises themselves to make sure we keep your back nice and healthy. Because we want you to get to your results and your goals for your, looking, losing that tummy and all that good stuff, and we will get you there. But we want to do that in a safe manner so that you can continue to train for a long, long time, right? That's what's going to keep you healthy and give you that youth and longevity. Now, first of all, with the fitness assessment, if you have not been with us before, the difference is you're going to come in a little bit early and you're going to grab a measuring tape. Now, with the measuring tape, you are going to just simply do the paper. There'll be, if you have not trained with us yet before, there'll be, actually I don't have any sheets sitting out, but there'll be sheets laying out, and then if you've trained with us before, you have a sheet in the file box. And on the sheet itself, it's really self-explanatory. It says, chest, waist, measurement. So there's no right or wrong to do this. It's as simple as just holding it around you and then checking, chest is about midway, belly, or I think it says abdomen on the paper, is right above your belly button, hips right about here. So that's all you're going to, and then mid-thigh. It's really self-explanatory. The key is there's no right or wrong way to measure. You just want it to be consistent. So that's why we made, one of the reasons we made the transition to you guys measuring yourselves or each other is because you know where you measured last. And you could tell the same trainer to measure above the belly button, and somehow it ends up being different than the person next to him. You know how that goes. The other thing too is the body fat. So the body fat is really self-explanatory. You're going to grab it, you're going to click on. That would be good, right? And then you're just going to keep hitting set. So once it's on, it says, are you a guest? Yes, I'm a guest. Are you normal? It's just saying normal or athletic. Most of you are going to say yes to normal. Then your height. If you need to change it, you just hit the up-down arrows. And then it's going to give your weight, up-down arrows, set. Age, up-down arrows if you need it, set. And then it's going to say, are you male and female? I think you should know that. And then you're just going to hit set. It's ready to start. And you're going to grip it as hard as you can, okay? The top number is going to be your body fat percentage. The bottom number is going to be your BMI. So those are really the important numbers that we care about, because I know you want a flat tummy and you want to get rid of that butt or tighten it firm, lift it up, all that good stuff. But your body fat percentage is going to tell us your risk for type 2 diabetes, certain types of heart disease, coronary cancer, all that good stuff. I said that backwards. Coronary heart disease and certain types of cancer. You know what I meant. So the goal is that we really want to keep you healthy and get you the look you're wanting to. All right? So we're going to take a walk over here a little bit, Mr. Cameraman. And now I'm going to explain to you the fitness assessment. So the way the fitness assessment works is that is actually the workout of the day. So for this month coming up, we've actually changed it a little bit. And what we are going to start doing is integrating a new kind of plank. So we're going to use this time to train you on how to do it. And this was one of the cool takeaways just in terms of a new technique, new to me. Typical planks we think of, we're either, on our elbows or up here. We know we're supposed to squeeze everything. But what we're going to be teaching you with the help of this fitness assessment, we have more time to focus on it. It's called an RKC plank. And the goal of it is you're really aware and conscious of the muscles you're using so that you can fire them up and really, really flex them. Because the more you fire up and engage those muscles, it actually creates more of a metabolic response, which means that you're going to have a better calorie burn, which means you're going to get better results. That's always a plus, right? The other thing we want to teach you is to be in what's called hinged position. So you're always right here. So you're always got your hips forward, and that's going to help us build a better foundation for you throughout the movements that we're in, okay? So the RKC plank is on your elbows, but it's not that simple. You're actually going to be sitting on your toes, but now you're going to think about squeezing your quads, the front of your legs, then squeezing your butt as tight as you can, firing up your lats. Your lats are right here. So you want to hold, like flex them. Think about squeezing them really, really tight. Your elbows are right underneath you, and then you're almost pushing your elbows back towards your knee, and so everything is really, really squeezed. Now, I'll tell you, I've been doing planks for quite a long time, so I could probably hold a regular plank for a very long time. We were doing this the other day. I think I held it for 20 seconds. It is not, if you're doing it the right way, you're going to have a really hard time. So we're going to work on it in the first part of the assessment for about a minute. The goal being just do the best you can, work about really thinking about your muscles. Use that time as a learning time. It's not try and hold it the wrong way. One of the key phrases I heard this weekend was breeding a pattern. We're constantly either breeding a good pattern or breeding a bad pattern, right? And our mind becomes aware of that repetitive nature, whatever we repeat. So if we repeat the bad form, we're going to continue to repeat the bad form, and that's going to become ingrained on us. So as we're learning this new version of the plank that's going to help us have a better metabolic response, a better burn, better result for you, then you really want to take your time. It's okay if you can only hold it for 10 seconds and then you have to drop and take a rest. Because that 10 seconds is going to be you're going to be giving it everything you can get, everything you got, right? And the other thing that we're going to work on is still just the squat form, which that's simple enough, the trainers can go over it. The other thing that I took away from this weekend, which was a huge thing for me, because as some of you guys know I've been having a really hard time with my left shoulder, is the position of our push-ups. So we're actually going to change this throughout, because you're going to get the same result, but it's going to be a lot healthier range of motion for your shoulder. So the difference is, and I'm thinking you'll be able to see it from there, Dante's my cameraman today. So the difference is military push-up is, this is what we are not going to do any longer. Military push-up is a pretty wide stance, and your elbows go out, and you go all the way in, right? You're going out and all the way in. But that's putting a lot of pressure on your shoulder joint, actually. More so than, I mean, it's still your chest for sure, but it's a lot of unnecessary weight because you're way out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to change our hand position to be a little bit more in. We're still going to work the chest muscles. We're just going to bring our elbows more to a 45-degree angle. So now your elbows are more here. Does that look right? Can you see the difference, bud? Mm-hmm. Okay. So then it's hard when you're not seeing yourself. So I mean, that's another good point on some of these things. So the point is that when you are laying down, first of all, your hands should be right by your chest, and they're kind of winged out like a chicken versus out here. This is where we want them. This is the good breathing pattern that we are going to start implementing throughout our program in order to make sure that we keep your shoulders healthy, okay? Out here, that's what we want to fix. We want to stop. It's not wrong. It's not a wrong type of push-up. We just want to be a little bit more conservative because you're going to get still an amazing result, and we're going to keep your shoulder a little bit more healthy, your shoulder joints. So those are the three things we're actually going to teach you in terms of form during the warm-up. And then the workout itself, I'm going to show you what we're going to do, and I actually need to grab a set of weights. Bear with me a second. So the first exercise, come back this way, bud. That is an awesome job, don't you think? So the first set of exercises that we're going to do in this assessment is a push-up row. Now typically a full-on push-up row, you're going to start here. Remember, we're going to remember the right form of our push-up so it's not all the way out, slightly back. And let me tell you too, the difference between now a push-up in the chest is here. A tricep push-up is your elbows are like completely flat, straight back, and your arms are right directly underneath you, okay? That's the difference. Now in the push-up row, you typically take your feet out a little bit further to help you balance. You push up, and again, you're now going to lift this, is a little too heavy, and then back down, lift this, and then back down. Now the key to that is you still want to be in that root position. I actually said it wrong earlier. I said in that plank position, it's a root position. Root position is you're straight as a board and everything's fully engaged. So even when you're doing your push-ups, you want to make sure that you're in that root position where your hips are absolutely parallel with floor, which is another thing we're going to work on in terms of injury position, is that we don't want to see from here to here is your lumbar spine. We don't want to see that rotating. It's not meant to rotate in that direction. So what we're going to do from now on is really, really be careful making sure that you are keeping your body in line. Your back is staying straight when we're doing these movements, okay? And that research is based on, you can look him up if you want, his name's Stuart McGill. It's not anything new. It's just, like I said, the research that has occurred over the years since his original research just continues to document the importance of back health. That's why so many of us, as we get older, are having a lot of lower back pain. And you can still get fantastic results without risking injury, right? So we're going to do that. Now, with a couple modifications on the push-up row, this is the first exercise of the workout assessment. First modification, I should say the first form, would be if you're just starting out, then you want to keep your hips down. You want to keep that root position. Do the push-up here, and then just lift your hands up. You probably need to take your knees apart a little bit just to help your balance. Just put your hands up. Then the second form would be knees down for the push-up, and then come up, and then do the row, and then go back down to your knees, and then back down, okay? The second exercise that we're gonna do in the fitness assessment is the up-down. So a lot of you already know what the up-down is, but up-down is like just super fast. Think football. I'm sure we've all seen it on TV. Dante definitely knows that. So up-down is just down, and then all the way down on the ground, and then all the way up, okay? So your fast feet, down, up. Fast feet, down, up. Sound good? Should have had Dante show you that one. The next one is for balance. Okay guys, camera malfunction. So the next exercise is single-legged, and we're going to work on our single leg mobility. And think about it this way, we work core and single leg throughout our program, we have forever. But the reason we do that, just so you know, is because that's really where life is. We spend most of our life on one foot when you think about it. When we're walking, when we're reacting, it's one foot. You're sitting on the couch, you see your toddler hit their head from a corner. Your instant reaction is to get up and run, right? Not to like, casually get up, I'll kind of walk over. A lot of our reactive is on one leg. So the best way to train for core fitness and health and make sure that you react without twisting a knee or twisting an ankle is to do it in a controlled environment. So with this next exercise, what you're going to do is you're actually going to line, let's say, your left leg up with a dumbbell. So your foot is in line with a dumbbell, and now you're going to focus on looking at just that dumbbell and reach down. And come up, get back into that root position, hip locked, nice and tight, glutes on fire, you're squeezing your quad, your hamstring, and then you're going to go back down. You're going to do 10 reps on each side. That's going to be super hard for some people to just do that. So then you're going to use this back leg as a kickstand. So if you can't keep your leg off the ground, you're going to use it as a kickstand. And then ultimately, I don't have the best of, I continue to work on my balance, but because ultimately you should be able to keep your foot as close to this foot as possible and touch down and across, okay? So kickstand, push back, and then ultimately you're able to do it with keeping your leg still and next to it. The next thing we're going to do, guys, we had so much issues with the camera yesterday, so we just scratched it, and we're going to cut and paste and get this out to you. And I just finished my workout, and there's another workout going on, so we brought it outside. So really quickly to finish up the assessment, we are going to do, the last piece of it is going to be a side plank. Your hand is in line with your foot, and you're just going to keep your back nice and straight, but you're going to move your hips up and then down, keeping your abs in tight, back straight, up and down. We're going to do 10 on each side. So for the fitness assessment, to recap, you're going to come in, you're going to get your measurements done, your body fat testing, you're going to do that with yourself and before the workout begins. And then for the workout itself, we're going to work on the RKC plank that we're teaching you, as well as the squats and the new form of push-ups, okay? Now for the workout itself, like I said, we're going to be doing that push-up row. Remember all the different modifications that you can do for that. We're going to be doing the up downs. Remember, you want to get your belly flat on the floor. We're also going to be doing the one leg reach. We're also going to be doing then the side plank, dropping your hip, okay? Some of you might do well if you want to look at, like, with shoulder position and that type of stuff, maybe look at yourself in the mirror at home and try to get the form and make sure that you're really getting things nice and tight, because that's going to get you the best results. Okay, so I also talked about form and some things that were changing. I'm not going to go over a whole lot of things right now, other than to let you know our goal is to keep your back healthy, your joints healthy, and so we're just going to take a little bit more of a conservative route to make sure that we're still getting you fantastic results, but we're keeping your back healthy in the same time. Sound good? So one of the things that you'll see is we're no longer going to do ab crunches. I know, heavens forbid. But the reality is that this research, like I said, is not new. It's documented over and over again since, and the curvature of your spine, when you're curving this way, your body's just not meant to move in that direction. A good example was, they said, you know, think of your bicep. When you curl your bicep goes up, right? And you curl back down. Well, imagine your stomach. So now you curl your stomach. They use the analogy of a hamburger. Squish one side of the hamburger, what happens? The rest of the hamburger. So all your innards are being pushed out. Not good. Not good for really safe back health. And there's tons of ab exercises that we can do without getting the curvature of the spine. Specifically, the lumbar spine is what we're concerned about. So I'm going to send you actually a separate quick video of just some home ab exercises that you can do that you'll see us integrate too, but so that you know that you can still get a killer ab workout and keep your back nice and healthy. So that's number one. The trainers will explain as we go throughout our workouts. One of the things that we're also going to change is on our box jumps. I still love my box jumps. I'm going to ask cameraman to come over here a little bit because I think you might be able to see it a little bit better. I still love my box jumps, but their point was the landing. So from now on, when we do a box jump, and yes, we have a tire in the back. This is what we use on Sundays for our obstacle training. So now, when you jump up, from now on, we're going to step down. And you're still getting the same effect, but again, talking about knee health, because when you jump up and then you jump down, your knees wobble. And to be honest with you, I even said, well, you know, what about, I feel like I know how to brace myself, and I definitely know how to brace myself at the bottom. I've been training that way for a long time. But the point is that your knee stability just isn't there. It's just not worth it. So jump up, step down. So those are a couple of things that you'll see us changing, and we'll keep educating you as we go, and we're really excited to integrate this into our program to make sure that we continue to give you the best results, that we're able to track your progress effectively, that you feel great at the end of every workout, and that you're with us for the long haul because your body's healthy from the inside out, and you look exactly how you want to look. All right, thanks guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.